another video, and we're going to talk about Beyonce, and we're going to talk about Kenya Moore. And I'm sure there's going to be a few people that's going to throw a little shade Kenya's way tonight. That's what they do constantly. I don't know why. I don't know why they pick with that lady like that, but I'm sure there's going to be some shade throw Kenya way. Allow me a moment as everyone comes into the room. As you know, I did a video on this earlier today. Beyonce showed her long and beautiful natural hair, and many people are talking about it because she started off having other people in the chair. I think she had Mrs. Pete and her son in the chair. They had somebody else in the chair. And then she had cut Holly Robinson Pete's ends, and then Holly Robinson Pete's son joined her. I can't remember who else joined her, but if did y'all catch that shade? Did you catch the shade in regards to the ad about the hair product? It was the mom, it was the Beyonce and a child that was browner skinned than Beyonce, so that way she can look lighter than possible. Did y'all catch that? It wasn't even her own children. It wasn't her own children. So you got two. You got the mom, you got Beyonce, and then you got a child that's nice brown skin, beautiful. Don't get that twisted. But I caught that shade. I sure did. So please allow me a moment to check my sound. Please allow me a moment to check my sound. Come on in. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Press 1 if you can hear me okay. Press 2 if the sound is muffled. Press 1 if you can hear me okay. Press 2 if the sound is muffled. So we're going to get through these clips. I've been doing my clips this way because it's easier. I get more views this way. And many people are happy for Beyonce. She has long, beautiful hair. And what she basically stated, I can't play it because there's music. What she basically stated is she decided to go permless and be able to choose color. If you don't know, people of color, if you put perm and color in your hair, sometimes your hair can break off. So a beautician can help you go from perms to being able to add color to your hair. A lot of us had no clue that that was Beyonce's real hair. Stop playing. We had no clue. We thought this whole time, over the last 15 years, 10 years, 5 years, she's been wearing wigs. We thought that. Note in the comments, did you always think that Beyonce was wearing wigs? Did you ever think that Beyonce's hair was this long? And she's basically showing that she's using her products because, see, sometimes what people do, I'm going to tell you, sometimes people will cut their hair, use the products for 2 years to try and get people convinced that the products work. Bianca said, oh no, I'm going to show you what my natural hair look like. I'm not cutting nothing. I'm going to just show you that I use the products and how silky smooth my hair is. So I don't blame her. And I get that she probably wanted to go through, because remember, she just did the change with the hair color. So she probably wanted to give it time so it won't look so dry and frizzy. Yeah, but Beyonce's hair is actually longer than Kenya's. But Kenya's hair, baby, Kenya hair is gorgeous too now. Don't shade Kenya. While other people will try to. I'll give it tonight or tomorrow. Somebody's gonna try and shade Kenya in regards to her long, gorgeous hair. But yeah, that's Beyonce's natural hair, everybody. It is long and gorgeous. It's literally down her back. I would have never thought. But they say if you have a really good hairdresser and you're wearing a lot of wigs, then your own natural hair doesn't get utilized a lot. But I'm wondering if that's her mom Tina doing her hair or if it's somebody else. But yeah, she's trying to sell those hair care products, everybody, because currently Beyonce and Jay-Z have been in the media a lot. They have. They have. Can't confirm or deny any stories in regards to Beyonce and Jay-Z. But of course, we're going to look at Kenya's. Okay, this is the other picture when the hair is actually getting done and pressed. So her hair is long and gorgeous. Gotta give it to her. Whoever's been doing her hair, look, it's literally down her back. Down her back. And she continues to show that's her natural hair and how, you know, fluffy it is. Then they're doing her makeup, and then that's it. We would have never known that was her natural. We probably always thought it. Who thought that these were wigs? Did you think that her natural hair was that pretty and that long? Gorgeous. You got to give it to her. B don't really age that much. She pretty much looks almost the same from 10 years ago. Real talk. She probably lost a lot of weight from the tour. But yeah, Beyonce hair is long and gorgeous. Now let's go to Kenya Moore. Long and gorgeous too, because you got to remember Kenya has her own products. Now I'm not telling you to go use these products because I don't want anybody in my comments saying it broke my hair out. You did a video on it, it broke my hair out. No, whatever you choose to use is what you choose to use. Consult with your beautician on what you should and should not use. But yeah, Kenya's hair is gorgeous too, and she's showing y'all that that's her real hair. Now, some people would shade her if she added like an attachment to it. For what? If she needed an added attention attachment or add a slight wig clip on in the front and put a bandana in the front of her hair, that's what she wanted to do because you never know. If you have natural hair, you can't get to the beautician. It takes a while to straighten it. They have these straighteners now. Have y'all ever saw those gray things where you put the hair in it and then you bring it out and you bring it out slow? Your hair be smooth and silky. So Kenya's hair is gorgeous too. You gotta give it to her. And then she has a beauty spa or spa. This is what I say. If Kenya has a hair salon or a beauty spa, whatever it is, she paying rent on that. She paying rent on her house. She paying rent on the beauty supply spa or whatever. That's her business. Whatever she want to do, if she want to be open 4 days a week, that's her business. If she want to be open 3 days a week, that's her business. Kenya is doing what Kenya needs to do because she's probably trying to take care of her daughter. And the biggest thing is she has to pay rent on that. So whether she's open or not, she's probably trying to do it the right way. And Kenya's probably trying to make sure she has proper licensing to do what she needs to do and proper hairstylists and hair care people to make sure they can do clients and she don't have to deal with no lawsuits. So I don't blame her. She opens it up right. For her to get her hair done, that's her business. It's almost like, okay, I'm getting my hair done in my own business. And I don't think when she had a day, I don't think she had people come in and get their hair done. She was just giving away like gift baskets. Okay, so let's get to the next clip. As soon as I'm going live, they about to cut grass again. But I get it. I think this is literally once again right next to me. So this is gonna be another Kenya Moore. Gorgeous hair. I think that was just her daughter there. Whoever's doing her hair. Now I don't know if this is an older video on her sitting in the chair or if that was from a few days ago. But remember, this is a scene from Real Housewives. And then remember, she was talking about how long her hair was. And remember when um, Marlo had an event and Kenya came in there with her hair care products? Kenya's something else. Kenya's something else. Let's get to this. Okay, let's get to Simon and Portia. It's basically stated Simon Guobadia was upset. I'm gonna go past because that word. Simon nannies were concerned in regards to what was brought into the house and the children were around. You have to remember it was stated that the kids were there and Portia was there. But we gotta do this Fallon thing real quick. Let me go back up and then let me go down.
Because they were already together they were dating for a year. Right, while I was happily married.
Were you happily married?
Now, did her ex-husband know about that? Yeah, Dennis told him. Dennis is the one who told me. He was like, he came to me, he apologized. We met up at one night, and he was like, he wanted to talk to me about business or whatever, but I guess it was bothering him, and he apologized for everything. He was like, Fallon, I thought you knew the whole time that they were fucking around. He said all of Atlanta knew. He was like, how'd you miss that? I said, I wasn't allowed out like that, so why would I? Which makes sense now. But yeah, so he was like, I'm so sorry. He was like, now it makes me look at my baby mama a certain way because she told me the whole time that you knew about everything. You were cool with her sleeping with Simon. So what was you and Portia's first interaction? Our first one, I believe, was filming at my house, the pool scene.
The pool
that
scene.
was the first time.
And you didn't sense anything.
That was your first interaction, but how did she know to come there? Who did she know to get there? So I was approached by housewives a few times. By the time I said yes, they asked me, who do you want to be introduced onto the show with? And I said Portia.
But did she say Portia because
Not
Simon told her
knowing.
to say Portia?
You know?
She was already.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
She was already, for a year. That's what Dennis said. During this time, when y'all did the pool scene, she was already doing that. That's why when I was like, I went back and watched it, because everybody tags me in all the comments, and they're like.
So everybody was telling Fallon to go back and look at the tape of how Portia responded when she said she's looking to get a bigger ring. Let's continue.
They asked me, who do you want to be introduced onto the show with? And I said Portia. Not knowing, you know.
She was already.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
She was already, for a year. That's what Dennis said. During this time, when y'all did the pool scene, she was already doing that. That's why when I was like, I went back and watched it, because everybody tags me in all the comments, and they're like, Allie, you need to rewatch it now that you know him. And I went and looked at it, and when I said, we're about to do a ring upgrade, she was like, oh. I was like, I'm sitting there watching like, how is this? I was in shock. That was definitely a ploy, because they were already together they were dating for a year. Right, while I was happily married. And that came from Dennis's mouth.
And did her ex-husband know about that?
Now, how could she be happily married if he out cheating? Was he acting away, acting funny, being funny, doing shady stuff, staying out late? It may be because he had a restaurant, she didn't see no different. So how did she not catch it? I don't know. But here nor there, what wishes to Fallon? I like when she does the interviews with Baller Alert. They ask a lot of good questions. They get into general stuff. They be talking, having a good time. I really like when she do interviews with Baller Alert because it's a group of people asking her questions. And they ask her good questions. And then how did you not know? What made you choose, to film with Portia? Who told you XYZ? Were you surprised? Were you surprised that they broke up? They ask her really good questions so that everybody wants to know. And Fallon then, she did start, messing around with Jalen. And that might have been because, remember, Fallon has said that he left for almost 2 months, left her and the kids, and then came back and said he wanted a divorce. What? You gone for 2 months? Who does that? You know what I'm saying? But that in itself is concerning. So what wishes to Fallon? We're going to get into, that's the Beyonce thing again. I'll show it just in case if people are just not coming in. Beyonce has gorgeous, gorgeous hair. They showed Beyonce's hair and she's utilizing her products. And I don't know if her mom is doing her hair or if somebody else is doing her hair. But it's up to you if you want to choose to utilize her products. Beyonce and Jay-Z has been in the media a lot. So I don't know if that's why she's trying to come out and change the narrative. But that's the situation. We're about to get probably back to Portia and Simon. So it's basically saying Portia Williams, ex-Simon, is saying the nanny was really frustrated in regards to, someone being there with, what they had. So this was the video again in regards to Fallon Pina speaks on her ex-Simon Guobadia and Portia Williams breakup, saying, if she ran into her. You could tell Fallon's kind of from she has no problem squaring up. I can say it that way. And she basically feels that Portia shouldn't come around her. She basically talked about and said Portia knew what she did, Simon knew what he did, but everybody, Portia and Simon, Fallon and Jalen, it was a whole hot mess. And none of the couples are together anymore. Fallon's not with Jalen. Portia's going through a lot with Simon. And Simon has stated that he wants to get, documentation from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Text messages. What was the expectation of the current situation? Filming scenes, past filming scenes. Simon want to know if Portia plot planned different things. Simon want her text messages Simon's trying to pull a lot of information from Portia. He's treating Portia different than he treated Fallon. Have y'all noticed that? He been going in because it would be a key when Fallon and Jalen were doing their podcast. I don't know if you ever caught that, but Fallon and Jalen were doing their podcast, and when they got engaged, you know, Portia and Simon kind of did like a video, kind of laughing about it, and everybody was like, "See." But the biggest thing is, you got to remember, Fallon don't play. She got 4 kids. She has no problem getting a man. She has no problem getting a man. She is going to go on a dating show though. And it may be because she has 4 children. Now, some guys will say 2 or 3 is not bad. 3 is okay. You're pushing it. But 4 kids, Fallon did say too that her older children live with their fathers now. And she's taking care of the 2 younger children, which is the child with Jalen and then her younger son, which she's kind of always giggling with, the one that really looks like her. But yeah, Fallon has no problem. So I'm not certain when her dating show is going to start. I'm not certain. Note in the comments if you know when her dating show is going to start. And did they do the casting for the guys? Did they do the casting for the guys? And will the guys seem like they're interested? And will people come out and say, no, he don't really like, you know? So that's going to be interesting if anybody gets called out. No, he's on the show and we've been in a relationship for 3 years. Now he's trying to date you. He broke up with me to go on the show. So I'm interested in seeing if all the guys are going to be honest. If all the guys are going to really try and get to know her, are they going to be okay with her having 4 children, 2 children living with her? And, you know, interesting. And like we said before, Fallon works with Dennis. So Dennis basically pulled her aside and said, hey, I have to apologize. And he said he's looking at his baby mama different. So Dennis and Fallon is kind of in cahoots. Now, Fallon mentioned she is working on the dating show, but she's working on another project. We'll see if she goes on any of the Housewives shows or if she goes on, you know, what is that other show when the girls go on a trip and they're only there for a week? Housewives in Paradise, whatever that is, Bravo has going on. But what was just to Fallon? That's a lot. And you got to remember, Portia wanted that man. Portia wanted that man. Now she getting a divorce. You look at Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's situation. Angelina wanted Brad Pitt. She got that man, and they've been going through divorce, having situationships. So be careful trying to date somebody else's husband. They cheating with you, they might cheat on you. Hello. So well wishes. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about Fallon speaking out. Portia's not saying much. And is Bravo filming? Was Bravo filming when she did the Who Said That? Portia Williams returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta? Now that's false. But Portia Gabadia will be in the building. You know, and I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I keep telling y'all, I'm surprised that Bravo's trying to bring her back. And will they bring her back with all this stuff that Simon is trying to gather? And, you know, with everything he's doing, and like he said, he sent a cease and desist for them not to film in his house. That's what he said. And when they go through divorce, is he going to sell the house, keep the house? Because in the prenup, there's a certain setup where she could be there for 1 year, 2 year. It's set a certain way. So that's a lot. Portia wanted that lifestyle. She got it. But then now she's going through divorce. That's the biggest thing is who will Portia date next? Who will Fallon date next? And who will Simon date next? Note in the comments, are you surprised that Fallon spoke out? Please like the video as you're coming in. Please like the video as you're coming in. It really lets everyone know that we're live and it supports the channel and it puts us in the better part of the algorithm. So yeah, Fallon has spoke out. I did a video on it. I just wanted to do a recap review. In regards to Kenya, in regards to her hair being about as long as Beyonce's, but Beyonce's hair is longer than Kenya's. But that was Kenya's video, I want to say last year. So I'm wondering if she's going to do another video. But yeah, they gorgeous hair. Long hair is not easy to keep up with. Mine's is to my, you know, past my shoulders. But it is what it is. So note in the comments, are you surprised about Fallon continue to speak out? Do you think she'll get one? Do you think she'll get a really good guy to choose from? Or will there be some foolery about the guys? Are they dating somebody else? Which way do they date? I'm wondering if there's going to be issues regarding that. But I'll be tuning in. I'll probably do like small clips of, the guys and the whole dating show. And I think she's shopping it around. I think they still have to find someone to pick it up. So, um, like the video as you're coming in, subscribe to the video, and share if you care. I know you do. And I think that's going to be it. I just wanted to talk about Kenya, Beyonce, um, Portia, and Fallon, and Simon and the nanny are speaking out, and Simon sent a cease and desist, and they're trying to gather information from Bravo. Is Portia Peach at risk? I said that because if she sent the expectation of what they were going to do and that's changing, did she play Bravo? And, I told y'all, in my opinion, comment allegedly, I think Portia wanted to quit all those jobs because she wanted to follow behind Simon so that way he wouldn't cheat on her and make her look bad in these streets. What woman quits several jobs soon as she get married? And she could feel that she didn't have to work, whatever it is. But let's see if it plays out on the show. And who will Portia try and connect with? And will the women be comforting on the Real Housewives of Atlanta to her? Or will they try and shade her, be like, well, you wanted somebody that was taken, and now you're going through divorce. And she may say, well, from where I was 4 years ago, from where she is now, and did she play Bravo in regards to getting a big check? But now what she put out of what the expectation was, because she tried to make it something that people may be comfortable with. But anytime you try and take somebody man or take somebody husband, it's an issue. People, I don't think it was okay with it. And as soon as she announced she's getting a divorce, people were like, see, that's what normally happens when you take somebody man. They may take you through something. They may shade you. But what wishes? Let me know in the comments how you feel about Portia, Simon, Fallon, up and coming show, and everything that's going on with Bravo. Will this season be a decent season? Y'all know I'll watch clips, but I have a really hard time watching reality shows because they don't paint people in a good light. It's not like the producers turn the cameras on themselves. That's what I want to see. After the season over, let's turn them cameras on to the producers and let's see what y'all got going on. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe.